All right, so today in class, we're going to be learning about the top 5 regrets of dying. The top 5 regrets of dying were compiled by this nurse who spent years working with patients that were basically on their last limbs. They were on the last couple of weeks of their lives, and she recorded their dying epiphanies in a blog. And what she did is she compiled all the top regrets, and she came out with 5. So the first regret, or the top regret of dying, so number 1, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Basically, this one, she says, a lot of people wish that they would have followed their dreams. They wish they would have done what they would have wanted to do in life. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. This came mainly from the males that she had worked with and their regrets, wishing that they had spent more time with their children. Number 3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. She said that a lot of her patients wished that they could have spoken up more in their life instead of holding things in. Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. When life gets in the way, with jobs and with children, you can sometimes lose touch with the people that you love. And it's no surprise that that would be on the list of top 5 regrets, making sure that you still keep in touch with your loved ones, even up to your death. Number 5, last one, is I wish that I had let myself be happier. We spent so much time in our lives just being nasty to ourselves, just, breaking ourselves down and holding tons of guilt and resentment. And this one was a regret where people wish that they would have been kinder to themselves, that they might have treated themselves a bit more, that they might have forgiven themselves a bit more, been a lot easier on themselves and not so hard. Now we're going to switch over to the poem about death by this guy named Dylan Thomas. He lived from 1914 to 1953, so he didn't live that long. And he has this poem titled, "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night." This poem wrote when his father was getting close to death. And this poem, "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night," if we break down the title a little bit, that good night is symbolic of death, going to sleep. And "do not go gentle," the way that he rewords it and rephrases it throughout his poem, is basically asking his father to fight before he dies, to fight for any bit of happiness that he can before his life ends, to make sure that he leaves with a bang. So, today, you guys, I'm going to pass out this mason jar. It's going to be filled with one of the top 5 regrets, and your assignment for today is to just go home, do your work, whatever you need to do today, and I want you to reflect on how whatever regret you get and how it affects your life, how you can relate it to yourself. No written assignment, but we will have a discussion about it in class. And then I want you guys to take the Dylan Thomas poem and really let it sink in. Just think about death and think about how you don't want to leave this life with any regrets. You want to make sure that you rage into that good night. Don't go gentle into that good night.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me, 'cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. I only see my goals, I don't believe in failure, cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forged no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on that sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Once I was 7 years old. Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.